Hey everybody, check out all this stuff. So you might be wondering what this is. Check this out. I'll bring this over closer so you can see it. Pop it up on the screen also. Basically, I help an orphanage in Romania. And I discovered it 2 years ago when I traveled over there. I met Robert Jacobs. He's a sweet American man who traveled to Romania back in the 70s and discovered that there's, if you're an orphan in Romania, there is practically no social support. Which means if you're a child, you don't get to do anything. You don't get to have a shelter over your head because there's just no social support over there. There's documentaries that have been done. Anyway, Robert traveled to the country, discovered this, and what he did is he purchased a property not much unlike this one over here, and it's very humble, but they're doing a lot of work to it. And what he did is he opened it up as an orphanage to the kids of Romania, and he welcomes everybody, boy or girl, and what he does is he uses the opportunity to build out his property to teach these kids practical skills that they could use in order to earn money or get by in life. In addition to that, Robert also offers classes in English, mathematics, in sewing, in woodworking, and several other things. And they have done a significant amount since I have been there 2 years ago. They have put in a greenhouse, so they're growing their own vegetables. They're building their own beehives right now. All sorts of wonderful stuff is happening. Anyway, I talked to Robert a month ago, and I told him, hey, I'm here in Europe, and I haven't had a chance to visit you yet. What sort of stuff are you looking for that you could use, that I could drive over? And it hit me that I live in a village with homesteads, with farmers, with centuries of farmers. So it is impossible that there isn't some old stuff that's just laying around that's still useful. So what I did is I went to the priest, and I asked him if it would be okay for me to make to have announcements made during, or to ask the village for donations. And the priest was just like, I love that idea. I would love to make an announcement during the masses, if you could prepare one for me, and please create some flyers that people could read and put them around town. And suddenly this entire thing was in motion. And so Robert sent me a list that had photos of all of the stuff. You'll be able to see it as I pop it up on the screen. And that was incredibly helpful because people were able to see what they had laying around. There was no language barrier or anything like that. And so I went to Chamonix for 10 days. Because I was there to collect donations for my the first climbing school in Iraq project, which check this out, go there, check it out. I'm definitely going to plug that in there as well because it definitely could use some help. But anyway, I created the flyers, I put them up, I went to Chamonix in order to collect the donations, and I was gone for 10 days, so I missed 2 Sundays when the announcements were being made. I was worried that barely anything was going to be donated. I was going to have to just figure out how to purchase something on the way to Romania so that it made the trip worth it. When I got through these gates and I looked over here, there was a box, and it was overflown, actually overfilled. This is the box over here. And this box just had stuff sticking out of it. It was just all over, and I cannot begin to tell you how just it hit me like a wall emotionally that there was people who understood what need is, and because they had some things that they could help with, they took them and they gave them, they gifted them, and that's what is over here right now. We have an insane amount of pots and pans, silverware, cleaning stuff, we have garden stuff, we have clothing, we have just all sorts of stuff. We have toys, we have educational toys, we have board games, everything's happening over here. There's a tractor going by. And so after I returned, even more stuff came because people came over and they said, we weren't gonna just leave stuff over here, Milo, so we wanted to make sure that we gave it to you. And then people came with money as well, which I did not ask for. I don't ask for money. I want to make sure that these were items that I could drive over. And so what I want to say is that I am beside myself with how grateful I feel to have simply been a sort of voice that let people know that there's somebody that could use some help somewhere. And they sprung to action. And people were coming over here with just the most, new items, because these are farmers over here, right? So I thought to myself, like, these guys may have some old stuff laying around. I even said, if you have broken things, bring them, because the act of fixing them will teach these kids maybe to be, people who fix things. And so this is the entire load I am, again, so impressed. I had to stop and pull the flyers down because I didn't think that this stuff was going to fit in my car on the drive over there. So grateful. Thank you very much. Guys, please check out Robert's Facebook page for Islands4Kids over here and his website for Islands4Kids over here. Take a look at what they've done already. It's absolutely incredible, and please pitch in to help. I say this with many of my status updates recently. Be the change you want to see in the world. I can't stress that anymore, because to be able to just manifest these items that are individually so hard to get in Romania for Robert is a massive gift, and I'm sure that he's going to be able to use all these things. So thank you for watching. Check out the websites, and see you next time.